We all know that the masculines are avoidance, but if you want to be in a relationship with your masculine, and I know many of you out there do, you can no longer see them as an avoidant. So your self-concept of your masculine is going to be very, 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 very important. If you continue to see them as the runner, as the avoidant, as the one that's not going to be able to commit to you, the one that is in a marriage, the one that chose someone else, is in a third party connection, you will continue to stay in separation because you see them as being separate. You see them as this label. And what this twin flame journey is reminding you of is that you are not separate from your masculine. You are not separate from anyone. We are all energy. We are all interconnected. We are all one global consciousness. And when you start to really integrate the unity consciousness and start feeling and loving everyone, then you know your energy has shifted. When you trust in the God source energy, the intelligent source within you, which is God, the divine source, whatever terminology you want to label, then the energy shifts. But if you're still seeing your masculine, be it male or female, as they're never going to be with me, they're not going to choose me, they're going to be married for a long time, whatever the circumstance is, none of that matters. None of it matters. When you start to really understand energy and frequency, then you begin to know that everything out there is a reflection of what you're holding inside of you. And that is where the accountability really happens. You really have to be accountable for what you see out there. Now, I know that could be a tough pill to swallow because that's not how we were brought up in life. We were not brought up really understanding this part, but that is why your masculine came in. They came in to help you remember who you are, and you are a powerful being. You are able to create what it is that you want, and the more that the feminine starts to receive and be in that beautiful creative energy, love will come in, and that includes your masculine, and it can include another soulmate too. Once you start understanding how the universe works, you will see that you are creating every experience that is happening out there, and it's just a reflection of us. Now, you could be saying, well, I don't want to be in separation. I didn't create that. He left or she left. But it's something inside of you that is not feeling whole and complete. And that is what I help my clients do, is really figure out what's going on inside of you and really do that inner work to be able to magnetize your masculine back, if that's what you want. Not everybody chooses to be with their masculine, but a lot of divine feminines do. So whatever your choice is perfectly fine. You can want to be with your masculine, or you could say, no, I'm going to choose someone else. But what you don't want to do is be waiting around for your masculine, right? Be in that waiting energy, because they will know. They will know because that energy is going to be reflected back to you. And if you're in waiting energy, that means you don't have it. You want to be in the state of having love, being that love that you're seeking out there, because really, there's nothing to seek out there. There's nothing out there, nothing that will complete you. You're already in alignment. You just don't remember that you are, because the ego wants to remind you of separation, remind you of the third party, remind you that they are over there and not there with you. But this is where the mindset work really comes in, and understanding that once you decide, once you say, no, I am with my masculine, everything changes. So it's really important for the divine feminine, not to be in that story of where they're an avoidant. Oh, well, they live 3 million miles away from me. They can't be with me. Whatever the situation is can quickly shift, and you don't need to know how it's going to shift. You don't need to understand how it is going to happen, because miracles happen every day. So once you understand energy and how frequency works, then the shifts can happen very quickly. So if you need help in your twin flame journey, feel free to reach out. I do have a website, but continue to focus on you. Continue to understand that what you believe about them is actually going to stay. So you don't want to keep saying that they're an avoidant, they are whatever is going on in their life. No, you want to switch that around and know that you can have that right now. Experience love that you have been seeking outside of you right now. And when you maintain that state of energy, that you are full, whole, and complete, there's really nothing that you need. And this is how you bring in your desires, because your desires are valid. Your desires of being with your masculine is valid for you. And if there's a desire that you have, that means there's a version of you in the multi-dimension that is already with your masculine. So it's okay to have the desire to have a relationship with your masculine. It's okay to want $1 million. It's okay to want your dream house. And that doesn't mean that you can't have it. You just want to remember that everything is energy, and you want to feel those emotions now and maintain that. And once you're able to do that, you will quickly see your whole world shift. You will see the 3D rearrange itself to bring you what it is that you desire. This isn't something I make up. It is the universal laws. And what you assume to be true will be true. So keep working on your self-concept and your concept of your masculine. Get rid of the old story that they're never going to commit to you for whatever reasons. You have to let all that go and know that you can have it. It is your birthright to be with your masculine. But if you're coming from a state of lack, it's going to be very difficult, or they will not commit the way you want them to. They may come back in, but not in the right energy. So keep working on you. Keep pulling back the energy and know that you can have what you desire. You're the creator. You are the creator with God source energy. You get to have what you want. You absolutely can. And your masculine came in to remind you of your own energy, remind you of the beautiful spiritual being that you are. And yes, that doesn't mean you can't have emotions. You're going to have emotions. We do live in a 3D dense earth. You will experience the dark and the light, but you will soon realize that the dark and the light are actually the same. So keep doing the inner work. If you need help, feel free to reach out. Sending you so much love.